v0.dev. Anyways, sorry about that. What a dummy. Does anybody have any questions about what I talked about earlier? I can go back if we need to. Otherwise, we'll just start to dive in. So the idea that I was kind of thinking about today, this morning, before we started the stream was maybe doing like an escape room type game. So I'm going to go into ChatGPT just to kind of ideate on a plan. So I'd like to create an escape room type web-based browser game. We're going to call it GUGO Escape. Let's see. I like to use LLM to dynamically describe rooms, create puzzles, and act as the game master. No two games are the same. I'd like a, say, dev plan for building this game with AI. So let's see what this creates. Hopefully it gives me a plan, but I just kind of just do a basic, like, you know, what I'm trying to do, storytelling, interactive, procedural generation, AI registry. So it gives me like an overview, will give me a development plan, some logic modules. Interesting. Sounds and smells. So it's kind of just given like a full game loop and backend features. You are Google, the enigmatic game master of a text-based escape room. So some additional things gives me all the stuff. Let's see. And then it'll ask you, like, is there anything else that you want? You can kind of go along with it. So like you can say, yeah, give me a JSON schema for room and puzzle generation, all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take everything that I did here, and I'm going to go into V0, and I'm going to take some of this other stuff here and throw this into V0 as well. So I'm just going to feed it a bunch of information. Take all this and throw it in there and see what it happens. Now you can curate your messaging to your, you know, your personal AI coder if you want to. And once you kind of set something in here, just send it into the chat, and it'll start thinking and, you know, create some code for you. One thing I'm going to do for fun is I'm going to throw this into Bolt as well and see what happens, what it creates there. So we'll let Bolt do its thing. We'll let V0 do its thing. So GUGO Escape, AI-powered escape room and game development plan. All right, so it's going to start building out things. Let's see, core architecture, AI foundation. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I need to learn what comes next after V0 spits out the front end stuff. Yeah, we can talk about that too. So it's creating cold code right now for me, generating a plan. It gives you a preview screen. Once it kind of builds out what it does, then we can take a look at some other features. Let's see what Bolt is doing. Yes, so we'll go ahead and just copy this. I think it was just taking my text and taking it and saying, okay, well, this is what we can do with it. Just creating a development plan. But we're going to go ahead and let it go to start creating the implementation. All right, so we've got our first iteration of GUGO Escape. So it just kind of created a basic front end for us. Um, there's a little open a new tab function here. So if I click on this, it'll actually open up in like a larger view so that I can see what's actually going on. I'm going to click on start your escape, see what happens. All right, initializing game. Please try again. So this is interesting. Um, we're going to go in and um, click here, start to escape. And then this little select button here, you can actually click on elements that are within the design and ask a follow-up. So I'm going to go ahead, see if I can copy this. And throw that in there. See what it's doing now. Okay, we'll let that. Oh, okay. So there's a API key for OpenAI. Let's see. It's trying to utilize. Go check out the section. Just going to see what I can do here. Alrighty, we'll go back into this version 2. Let's see what it does. So runtime error. So we're going to throw that back into the chat. Just kind of fix it with V0 button there. Looks like Bolt is still working. All right. So it's going to ask for an API key here as well. Let's see. Open API or OpenAI API key equals. I'm just going to give it to it and let it do its thing. And let's do the same thing over here. OpenAI API key equals. See what it does. So it's going to set up an environmental variable. So an environment variable is where you can kind of store, important information like API keys, things like that you don't want to publicly surface on your app. For this, I don't really care that you see this, but I want you. It's going to set it up for me, and then probably give me an input box to put my API key. So let's go ahead and do its thing. So the same thing over here. It's creating an .env file, which is an environment variable where you can kind of store information that you don't want to be surfaced. So, okay. So they added the API key to the environment variable. Start the game, creates a room with puzzles, and then you can give it commands, it looks like, so you can examine desks and things like that. So we're going to start. My name is GUGO. Begin the escape. Welcome. I am your game master. You find yourself in a dimly lit library with towering bookshelves reaching towards the shadows above. Dust motes dance. Dust motes dance in shafts of amber light filtering through stained glass windows. And an ornate wooden desk sits in the center, scattered with papers and peculiar vast compass. The air smells of old parchment secrets. What would you like to do? Explore the desk. Explore the desk. Not quite what I expected, but intriguing nonetheless. What do I find on the desk? All right. The mysterious library. Let's see. Open the drawers of the desk. Okay. Show a problem. You exceeded your, yeah. So, yeah. So I probably would need to get like a subscription for AI in order to, or open AI so I can utilize that. But interesting how it kind of created this UI for me. I started a new game. Yeah, so it gives me, it's kind of just the mysterious library. Rooms visited, puzzles solved, 0. All right, let's go check in V0. Okay, let's see, important security notes, add OpenAI key. So I'm going to add my key here, save it to my environmental variable, and then it's going to probably redo the code. So let's start your escape. Let's fix that runtime error. So a lot of the time when you're working on things, you're just going to probably run into issues with things not being in the right places, stuff like that. The best thing to do is just kind of go through and throw it back into the chat, see what it does to fix it. But we're going to, if we can fix this without the API call needing something. So let's see, usage. Give it a budget. Must be on a paid plan. Okay. Let's see. I'll bring that over here for a second. I'm just going to upgrade it for this. Just going to add some information that's private. Let's see what this is doing over here. Start your escape. Okay, checking AI service connection. All right, so it looks like I won't be able to utilize the AI without a plan, so I'm going to try to get one going really quickly, so please bear with. Let's see what that does. All right. Sorry about that. I should probably looked into this before starting the stream, but I was just kind of like coming up with the idea this morning, and I didn't think through all of the necessary requirements. But that's okay. That's what this is all about. It's about learning. Let's see. Here. Ready. So I'm adding some credits to OpenAI right now to see if I can get this to work for us. Okay, looks like I got some credits now. You missed the start. Yeah, this is recorded, so I'll put it up on YouTube. But I kind of messed up the beginning, anyways. So I was just talking about stuff that I was supposed to be sharing, but I didn't. Let's try this again. Let me just refresh the game. See if that will, now that I have AI, yeah, see AI service connected and ready. All right, so GUGO is now thinking. Alrighty, let's see what Bolt is doing. I'm gonna refresh Bolt. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and type my name, begin the escape. So it's probably doing the same thing. It's probably now calling OpenAI, making sure that I have credits. All right. Let's try. What is in what? Let's see. I go to explore the desk. What do I find? All right. So Google is now thinking. All right. There's a little code in there. I don't know. We'll probably have to fix that. But it's not telling me what I'm seeing. So I approach the desk, and scent of aged wood and forgotten stories tickles your senses. I feel very tickled. Yellowing papers, cryptic notes, unfinished thoughts. An elegant brass compass catches your eye. Its needle, trembling slightly, is drawn to something unseen. Okay. Perhaps these could control the mysteries of the library. You feel the urge to touch the compass. It hums softly under your fingertips, and a faint glow seems to pulse from its center. A sense of curiosity, adventure courses through you, urging you to delve deeper. What do you do next? Will you examine the compass closer? Yes. Examine the compass closer. Is this real? Yeah, this is real. No, we just built this in like 10 minutes. So basically what we did was like we told the we went to ChatGPT to get like just a plan of a action to kind of create this AI based escape room game that's kind of text based. And so we plugged in our OpenAI API key. I added some credits, and now it's basically using AI to create this kind of storytelling escape room. All right, so the needle points towards the bookshelf, and you notice strange symbols etched around the rim. All right, I'm going to follow the compass to the bookshelf. Yes, this is the real Carlo. It's not the fake one. All right, so there's some kind of code stuff that we probably have to fix, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. All right, so I grasp the compass. The needle twitches momentarily before settling, pointing toward an ancient bookshelf cloaked in shadow. All right, so there's an ornate carvings of mythical creatures and intricate patterns that whisper stories of yore. All right, there's a small ornate keyhole glimmers with a hint of gold, inviting yet enigmatic. Will you dare investigate further or search for a hidden lever among the shelves? All right. Look for a hidden lever on the shelves. All right, so let's see what V0 is doing now. All right, so this is interesting. It's kind of giving me very similar things. So Bolt gave me the mysterious library, and the V0 gave me the enchanted library. So let's see. I noticed a large dusty globe that to hum softly when touched, a grandfather clock with hands that move erratically, portrait of a stern-looking librarian whose eyes seem to follow you around the room. Okay. Puzzles, riddle. A scroll on the desk contains. All right. Let's see. Pick up and read the scroll on the desk. Google is thinking. All right, so we've got some formatting issues here as well, but we can fix that. You carefully pick up the scroll. There's a riddle. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. You've read the scroll riddle on the scroll. Now it's up to you to solve it. Consider, and it gives me a little hint. Consider the natural world and phenomena that can be heard but not seen. What comes alive with the wind? Does anybody have a solve for this riddle? I speak without words, or speak without a mouth and hear without words or ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. Hmm. Let's see. That's a good question. Hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. Um, is it a wind chime? Ooh, it is not a wind chime. I'm terrible at riddles. However, the scroll remains unchanged. The trapdoor beneath the desk stays firmly shut. Ooh, there's a trapdoor beneath the desk. It seems the answer you seek is not wind chime. What comes alive with the wind? What comes alive with the wind? All right, I'm going to be thinking about that for a little bit. All right, so I think we're going to restart this here. Begin escape. So it's interesting. You got two different types of AI, online AI, code tools with bolt.new and v0.dev. So it's the same kind of game here. Different formats, different layouts. You can kind of look at these in different views. I think Bolt has just kind of like this iPhone view, give you just a regular responsive mobile view. And then they both have that preview in a different tab, right? So I probably have to connect that. Okay, they both have a preview that you can share. So these links usually are local, kind of a local environment, but some of them are shareable. I'm curious how many credits I've run through. A penny. It's not too bad. All right. Explore the desk. Yeah, mobile view is handy. What do you do there? Take the compass, or let's see, follow the compass to the shelf. It's interesting. It's interesting. Let's see. Back into inspect the bookshelf. Now I'm just playing a game. I'm sorry. How do we make this better? All right. You step closer to the bookshelf, and there's some languages I can't comprehend. As you run your fingers along the spine, you feel a warmth emanating from one particular book. Whispers of the Forgotten. The edges are gilded. But as your hand hovers, you notice a small brass plate below the shelf marked with symbols that seem to resonate with the compass on the desk. Let's see. Explore the brass plate. All right. Will you press the indentation or perhaps search the surrounding area for clues about the intrigue? I'm going to press the indentation. Why not? It's like a button that's been waiting to be pressed. All right. You reach out and press the indentation. Soft click resonates in the stillness of the library. Suddenly, the ornate desk shudders with a hidden compartment that slides open. Inside, you discover a weathered, leather-bound journal. Its pages yellowed with age. And then the last entry reads, "The key lies within the shadows of knowledge, where the forgotten whispers dwell." The compass on the desk spins erratically and then abruptly points towards the towering ancient bookshelf. It seems your instinct was correct. This library holds more than dusty tomes. Let's see. Let's go ahead and consult the compass. All right. Pointing towards the ancient bookshelf. Compass is not merely an object, but a guide to something hidden within the depths of the library. What do you do next? Let's go ahead and follow the compass directions. So one thing we could probably do here is the interactive elements. We can probably make those into buttons or maybe suggestions. So let's go into Bolt for interactive elements. Well, actually, let's do a couple things. Some code is displaying in the text boxes. For interactive elements, can we add selector buttons for the user? Oh, I'm out of tokens, so I'll have to upgrade. All right, so it looks like Bolt has like free usage for like, I don't know. We built some stuff with Bolt, but we're gonna go back to V0. And I think one of the things I want to do is go here and select this. I want to add a scroll to the chat window so that it doesn't go outside of the window, right? So add a scroll bar. Scroll bar to the chat window. Go ahead and send that in. So that everything kind of stays within the one frame. That would be ideal. Close this out. The other thing we can do is we can add some like IP elements to the game as well. So you can take some of those image assets from Versus channel and toss those into your game. So just want to start the escape. Refresh this page. Doesn't seem like it added a scroll window. Scroll bar. Card content. All right. Chat window is chat window needs a scroll bar to keep chat within frame. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's pretty hard to do everything for free. I mean, just because a lot of folks are just starting out, or they're going to have to do a lot of prompting, follow up prompting, things like very hard to kind of like one shot a perfect game or perfect app. So you do need to have just like a little bit. Yeah, this is weird. All right, I might have to. So this whole area, it's the card content area. Maybe this div area. Yeah, it seems like the div area. What's going on, everybody? So what, hasn't anybody started building yet? You got some good ideas out there? Hopefully. I know Vanna's probably been cooking on something. Wonder if she's gonna get, was it your third win? Have you won like, pretty sure. All right, so I'm gonna pop this out into a different browser window. So it's going to be essentially a new session since it's outside of the testing environment. All right. All righty. So let's riddle inscribed. Sorry. So I'm going to explore the desk. Yeah, see, it still didn't do it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And what I'll do is I will attach or upload a screenshot. Desktop screenshot. Chat activity is running. Is it? Let's see. Is so I'm gonna try this again. Trying to just, I want to improve the display with the scroll bar, so that otherwise the page would just get increasingly longer. I mean, you could take if you built something previously and didn't win a prize. I don't see why you couldn't kind of put some time and effort into reskinning it with a new IP. Maybe add some additional improvements if that's helpful for you. But just know that there may be some people either on the streaming side or on the judging side that might have seen it before. So it might have a new idea or some sort of new gameplay to it. Yeah, it is still not doing anything. So I do have in my inventory a scroll with the riddle, which is interesting. And it's also timing me. So I spent 17 minutes trying to figure this out, and I've not. All right. So if anybody knows this, I need to answer this riddle. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I guess I could just throw it in ChatGPT. Let's just see. Let's do that. Solve this riddle. This is a classic riddle. All right. I don't know it. An echo. All right. Let's try that. Is it an echo? All right. GUGO is thinking. As you ponder the riddle beneath the scroll, you speak the word echo aloud, and the room seems to hold its breath for a moment as if the very air is listening. Then, with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, the eyes of the librarian in the portrait twinkle with a knowing light. The whispering sound of pages turn and grows louder, and the portrait swings open like a door, revealing a compartment behind it. The riddle beneath the librarian's portrait has been solved, revealing a hidden compartment. Oh, right. Let's see. I'm going to explore the hidden compartment. So the AI is working. It's creating. I'm getting some inventory. It's interesting. So like the gameplay is working. I just don't like the layout of how this is kind of running over, and it doesn't seem like to be fixed through that. So I'm gonna just go here. Yeah. Try to figure out a way to fix this. The other thing you could do is you can add some assets. So let me go to my downloads, and I'm gonna pull in some of these guys. And just throw those in there somewhere. Yeah, I would never have got that either. Echo. All right. All right, so explore the hidden compartment. Slides open and reveal a small velvet-lined box. Inside, you find a delicate silver bookmark shaped like a feather. The bookmark seems to hum with a faint magical energy. All right. Perhaps this bookmark holds a clue to unlocking the mysteries of the library. Might be worth examining closely. Examine the bookmark. All right. There's ruins etched into the side of the spine. Ooh, there's another riddle. Okay. From the plaque beneath the librarian's portrait, I speak without a mouth and I hear without ears. It's the same. Oh, so it resonates with the word echo. Okay. Offers no new information or changes. All right, so what else is in this room? A locked book with a combination. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to explore the bookshelf. All right, so explore the bookshelf. Hey, look. It updated the elements here, added some ducks. So it's fun. Created a little avatar for GUGO. It's helpful. What's up, trophies? All right. This is bugging the heck out of me, and I need to fix this. So I'm going to go here. What can I say? Let's see. Fixed height, dimensions, and use a scroll bar to we'll see if that works. All right, what else is going on here? So you've uncovered a hidden door behind the bookshelf. As you step into the alchemist's laboratory, the air is thick with the scent of aged parchment. Okay, so there was a hidden door behind the bookshelf. Let's see. Explore the wooden table, I guess. Got a magnifying glass. Got a silver feather bookmark. Ooh, and I found some essence of insight. All right, so you approach the large wooden table, surfaces chaotic energy, mess of instruments. You find a vial with shimmering liquid labeled Essence of Insight. Perhaps this vial holds the key to understanding the mysteries of the room. All right, so let's examine the vial. So here we are in our GUGO escape room. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Now it's fixed. That's better. So I'm gonna try in here. Okay. So that looks a little bit better. Also, it added a hint button here, or maybe I didn't notice that before. Oh yeah, there's a hint button. So that's kind of nice. Hint button. You need help, something. Um, so I'm gonna leave this one. Go back. Hint. So that's great. So you can take actions. You can ask for hints. Now that we have this scroll window, the chat is just going to stay in this one space and won't like go over this bottom line, which is great. Align the Astrolab to reveal. What's the Astrolab? The Astrolab is a celestial guide, holds the key to your pathway. Consider the riddle in the scroll. Its words may whisper the alignment that you seek. Okay, so locate and explore the Astrolab. I've never even heard that word before. All right, so we got a semblance of a game here. I mean, what could you do to monetize this? I think you could maybe pay for hints, right? So maybe you got to add, like a little. You can add Wallet Connect, obviously, but then you could say, all right, if you need, you get one free hint a day, but if you need additionals, you have to pay, I don't know, like $1 or something like that in ETH. So that's kind of one way to monetize it. Or, maybe this is one game, and then you can kind of like pay for additional ones, like different additional locations. All right, so the Astral Lab is correctly aligned, and the hidden door behind the tapestry swings open, revealing a shadowy passageway. As you step into the enchanted forest, the air is filled. Let's see. Did I escape? Did I get out of this room? All right, so it's waiting for my move. Meanwhile, the hidden door in the oak tree stands ajar, a testament to your cleverness in solving the riddle. You have not yet reached the enchanted forest. The path deeper into the forest and the hidden door are your current options for exploration. Perhaps the glowing mushrooms or the hidden door hold the key to your escape. All right. Explore the hidden mushrooms. Or not hidden mushrooms, glowing mushrooms. All right. So there's a luminescent caps cast a soft ethereal glow on the forest floor. Suddenly, the mushrooms pulse with a brighter light, revealing a hidden path that was previously obscured by the underbrush. Okay. Let's explore the door on the tree. The door on the tree. So, as you can see, I've made my way into the Whispering Glade, and I've used one hint. I guess you could probably, add a leaderboard too. I mean, that seems like a logical step because now I've entered into the Enchanted Cavern. Like I keep going into different rooms, I guess you could say. This could be like an endless. This could be just like an endless storytelling type of game, where you're just kind of like constantly just texting with with a game master who's kind of walking you through, almost kind of like a D&D style type of game. It's kind of interesting. All right, so let's go back to, so we can go back to the main page. All right, so logic puddle, infinite replayability. So yeah, I mean, it just can go on forever because you have a game master that's just going to constantly just respond to the actions. So it could be a game with no end, really. All right, so if you were going to add in, like a Abstract Wallet Connect, usually I would go to the docs on Abstract, and you can find basically the native integration. Any of these other ones like Dynamic or Privy, you'd have to set up an account with them so that you can add in either your user ID or an API key or some environment ID into your environment variables. So the native integration is like the easiest way to do it, and basically just has like a bunch of things here. What you could do, if you wanted, you can just kind of copy everything on this page, right? And throw it into V0. So I want to add Abstract Wallet Connect to the site. And it'll kind of read through that stuff and add in the important elements after it thinks through. But yeah, one of the kind of strategies is kind of just, obviously, if you don't have an idea, you can utilize things like ChatGPT or Claude to kind of start ideating on, possible ideas. Find something that interests you, and then utilize it to kind of develop a plan. I think one of the things that I didn't look to that much was, I think it did have some, let's see, it did have some like monetization elements somewhere. Yeah. So you could do daily, weekly escape drops, like seeded games, multiplayer collaborative escape, like that would be interesting. Leaderboards, fastest to solve. And then you can add premium features like save game, themed rooms, challenge mode. And then creator mode, users design and seed rooms as well. So like those are some expansion ideas, monetization things, but it gives you a pretty good, just kind of development plan and additional suggestions. And then you can kind of go in and work, piece by piece, right? Sometimes you'll find an issue or a bug, you'll have to fix it. And then you can kind of just continue to build on top of it. And I think I might have got rid of that. Okay. Yeah, so let's see what it does. Did see a little error pop up there. Hopefully I didn't break it. Start your escape. Oh, okay. So it just kind of added it over here. So you can connect your AGW wallet. And then you can save your projects. This is interesting. So for blockchain rewards, right, you can save your progress to the blockchain. Got to fix that button. Gas fee sponsored by Abstract. I don't know if that would actually work, would it? I'm curious at what this did. I don't think it does anything, but apparently, but no, this is like a good idea, right? You can earn GUGO tokens for completing escapes, right? Or find some other ways to. This is going to need like a. It's definitely going to need like a smart contract to save it. It's going to save it to somewhere. But I click that button and it processes a transaction. I have no idea what that transaction was. I have to go look at it. Yeah. So you'd have to have a smart contract for that for sure. And you could use gas sponsored transaction. It did something was sponsored. I just don't know what it was. I'll have to go look at the app scan to see. It probably just like random transaction. But yeah, like it's kind of neat. You got a game that's constantly evolving. You've got, you can kind of go in here and just act or get some hints. Obviously, you got an inventory stuff. Maybe you can use that inventory to exchange it for tokens. So like, let's do that. Let's create a marketplace page for users to exchange items collected in their inventory for GUGO tokens. So like that's, just as you're going and ideas come to you, you can kind of start to flesh it out a little bit more and, kind of decide how you want to kind of build out, or if this is all you wanted to do, like that's fine too. The more pages that you create, obviously you're going to need some sort of menu bar, right? So that's something to kind of think about. There's no menu bar right now, so I'd probably want to add that next. But think about as you're kind of exploring the website or the app that you created, game that you created, like what is missing? What do you need to make sure that you have a good user experience? I think if I had added a menu bar prior to adding the Wallet Connect, it probably would have not have put it on the game page, but would have added the Wallet Connect to the menu bar. But since there wasn't one initially, it didn't think to do that. So we're at about an hour. We're at the hour mark here, and I think we did pretty good. We're pretty good. I want to see this marketplace, and and then I'll ask if there's any questions in the chat. We'll take a look at those. I don't really want to go too far over an hour, just because if somebody's coming back to watch this, I don't want them to have to watch a 3-hour video. Yeah, Vanna, the pressure's on this time. What are you going to do? It's creating my marketplace page. This is fun. I had no idea what I was going to build when I woke up this morning. And then this idea popped in my head. And then ChatGPT got me some ideas cooking. And B0 has led the way in all the code. So pretty happy with what we've built in 40 minutes, because I was probably speaking for like 15 before we even started. All right, start your escape with GUGO. Inventory. All right, so visit marketplace. So I have one inventory item, and I can exchange that for 15 GUGO. So, obviously this is kind of cool. You can kind of build in an economy by, creating a game that has, let's go ahead and go to the big view. This is going to be a separate session, so probably doesn't have any inventory yet, but I can still visit the marketplace. But gives you ability to see, like, all right, well, what can I do with this this game that just kind of creates random items that get dropped via a text-based journey. Create a marketplace for it, right? Or maybe if you want to even go further into the smart contract route, give it an option to mint the scroll, or there's some other ideas, things in here: ancient key, silver coin, magic potion. Cool. All right. Last thing I want to do here, just because while I'm thinking about it, add a menu bar. Let's see, top menu bar to the site to link homepage, home, game, Wallet Connect, and marketplace. Yeah, so that's our GUGO escape game. Probably can come up with a better name for it. I don't know. It seems less of an escape and more of like a ongoing journey. All right. Any questions? Anybody have any questions? Anything they want to share? Otherwise, I'm gonna let this load and then probably just close out this stream. But this has been awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody who showed up. Not too bad either. Got to this point with basically 14 versions. This is version number 14 being written right now. I'd probably have maybe like 14 more to get it to where I would want it, but maybe 15. Hello, Fiend. It's good to see you again. I should have wore my my Beavis and Butthead T-shirt, but instead I have this really sweet brawler or the bearish hat. If you can see that logo on it. All right, come on, write faster. But yeah, good luck to everybody who's building this week. If you haven't signed up, go ahead and go to the runwithgugo.fun website and get registered and start building. Your ideas are what can lead it. Hopefully, we have like I don't know submissions this time around. Make it really difficult on the streamers who are reviewing. All right, that's much better. All right, so now we've got a top menu here, and then we also have this connected profile and token balance. So I'd have to build out that profile page. It just added it to the menu, but I could add, say, all right, let's actually tie these things into something, right? That would be the next step. Oh, it's okay. So this is where it's like, hey, do you want to sell it for GUGO token? You need a smart contract. That's funny. Failed to sell, but no, it's cool. I actually kind of like this idea. I wonder if I'd love to see someone build this better than I did. That's what I would like to see, because I think there's something there. Uses AI, potential uses for blockchain, potential collectability, like an infinite game loop essentially, so you can play forever, and yeah, could be interesting. All right, well, thanks everybody. We will see you on the next one. Totally is streaming tomorrow. We'll have that posted in the Discord, and good luck with all of your builds. I'll see you next time.